Hey, you stopped by. Thanks so much for coming. I am so glad that you're here. I hope that you are having the best day of your life thus far today. And I hope that this video will help you get more from your life, because at the end of the day, that's what sketchbooking is all about. That's what art is about. That's what creativity is about. And as you hear, my bird Pocket is agreeing with me. Having a sketchbook is one of the best things that I think that you can do. It makes you dedicated to being on this path of creativity and the artistic journey, and really examining your own life and the world around you and your place in it. So that's wins all around. Now, the question that I get from people is, how do I start to sketchbook? And that's a pretty simple answer, actually. You just pick up a sketchbook and you start. Duh. I know you're thinking, I am going to stop this video right now. No, don't stop yet. I'll explain. There's 3 things that you can do to make sure that you start using your sketchbook, that you continue using your sketchbook, and these 3 things I think are not just going to help you with your sketchbooking, but they're going to help you with your life. The first one is to get yourself a sketchbook that you are going to love. A sketchbook that you are going to be able to use all the time. A sketchbook that motivates you. Now, you're going to ask, well, what do you mean by that? I'll show you a good example. I found this recently. It even has its label still on it. This is a sketchbook I had a long time ago, and it is mostly empty pages. The reason why it's mostly empty pages is because the thing is gigantic, and it doesn't lend itself to carting around anywhere. And as much as I enjoyed doing some of the sketching that was in there, I found it a bit not exactly practical. A sketchbook should be something that becomes like a good friend to you, that you want to have with you all the time. You'll stuff it in your bag. You'll be able to stuff it into a pocket, for that matter, and you will cart it all over the place and use it up. So that means you need a sketchbook that is smaller. This is actually the first sketchbook. I haven't done a tour on this one yet. It's the first sketchbook I actually completely filled up. I'm not going to show you now, though, because now I'm thinking I should do a sketchbook tour. Hey, that's like a movie preview. This is coming soon to a screen near you, a sketchbook tour of my first sketchbook. It doesn't have to be something fancy. I can't remember where I got this. I think it was probably Amazon, because that is convenient. And it doesn't really matter the brand name, to be honest with you. There's some that are better, some that are worse. What I didn't like so much about this one is that it opened this way. I prefer, as you're going to see, the ones that open this way. This one I already gave a sketchbook tour of. It allows you to do some super cool stuff, like really long things. And let me see if I can find a landscape that I did. Landscapes that are panoramic. That's pretty cool. I haven't looked at this book in a while. So that's the first tip that you need to follow right now. So go on, actually I have done a review on this sketchbook right here. Go in my videos and you'll find it, and pick yourself up one. It's a moleskin one. It's for watercolors, it's for everything. And I have done a ton of watercolors in there, and love it. It's still the kind that I use today. So I'm thinking about trying something else. Not because I don't love it, just so I can do a review. The second tip that I will give you is to sketch, draw, paint, collage, whatever you want to do, but do it every single day without fail. That means even on those days when you're time crunched and you've got 5 minutes, guess what you're doing in those 5 minutes? You're going to sit down and you're going to do some kind of a doodle, some kind of a sketch, some kind of something. Even if all you're doing is drawing a smiley face. Well, maybe do more than a smiley face, but you get my drift. You're going to do it every day. You're going to be disciplined. And what this is going to do, it's going to allow you to grow. What I found in this process is as I, went down these pages, the things I did actually blew me away. And the abilities that came out of me as things transpired, I was kind of blown away by it. And I continue to be blown away by what I put into my sketchbook and how it forces me to grow. What I try to do is I try to experiment. I try new things. I'll be like, oh, I'm going to try some of these minimalist watercolors, and then I'll try to paint in the style of so-and-so or whatever. Maybe I'm on a line drawing kick. Not lion. Pocket thought I said lion. Line drawing. That's different than line dancing. Yeah, I know it's not a very funny joke. It's line drawing. Basically a sketch, but you're using pen and stuff. Not to worry, won't go into specifics. But do what you can every single day without fail. And the last tip, which is the most important one, is to be gentle to yourself. Be compassionate. And when we learn to be compassionate and gentle with ourselves, what we can do is take that compassion, take that gentleness, and we can expand it outward and show compassion to every living thing around us. To all those people that, at another time in another place, maybe we wouldn't have treated them quite so nicely. Instead, when we learn to cultivate compassion in ourselves, we can treat others that way too. That's a far better way to live. Even the bird agrees. So, to recap, you need to pick up a sketchbook, one that you're going to love, and put it somewhere that is going to force you to do it every day. Okay? Sketchbook. Obvious one, but very important. Don't get the ginormous one that you're never going to use. Get the ones that you can throw in a bag or a pocket. The second one is you are going to do this every single day without fail. You're going to be disciplined. You're going to be dedicated. And you are going to amaze yourself and think yourself a genius at the end when you close that last page and you're like, holy smokes, I finished a sketchbook. And the last one, the by far most important one and the life-changing and life-affirming one, is to be gentle with yourself and be compassionate with yourself. And if you can do that, if you can look at the stuff you did and go, I did something, that's awesome. And not judge it. That's not to say you can't go, I want to make this better. You can do that, but don't look at it and go, oh, I'm no good, this is no good, I'm never going to be. Those are useless thoughts. Just throw those away. Okay, that's baggage we carry, and we don't need to carry baggage. Throw those things away and be compassionate with yourself and everyone else. Be a shining light in this universe that casts away all the darkness. So there you go. Those are my 3 tips on how to start a sketchbook right now. If you need more help, there's other videos, please watch them. If I can help you at all, throw me a line in the comments and I don't know, maybe I'll shoot another video based on what you're asking for. What I can tell you is that if you dedicate yourself to this path, you will wonder why you didn't do it sooner. Sketchbooking and being creative is life-changing. It has been for me and it will be for you. Please hit like and subscribe and just keep being awesome. Thanks a lot.